If you swallowed a watermelon seed, you'd literally be growing a watermelon inside of you.
First of all, why does it gotta be a watermelon? Doesn't even look like a watermelon. Don't answer that. Hey, don't answer that. Why are you smiling?
She collapsed on the train tracks, and the train was coming fast, but her dog didn't run. It was hit by a wheel, slicing. He held the man with tears in his eyes. The wounds were too bad. The man was chasing him. The officer drew his gun.
You mean tell me the cop was black and the guy running away is white? Yes! We showing y'all the medicine y'all be giving us. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. One day I was just wondering, the world watches a lot of short form content, and I heard one of the kings of short form content is a guy named Zack Films, and I never heard who this guy was. I searched up his channel. This guy's mega popular for making short form content that I heard is pretty weird and interesting at the same time. So I figured, why not watch some? And you should join me.
She squeezed the hand sanitizer, then lit it on fire. Now at first, the flame was almost invisible.
Oh, I know this trick.
The alcohol in the gel burned fast, and the vapor around it caught fire too, causing the flames to heat up the skin faster than the teacher expected. You see, she had done the same experiment with classes earlier that day, and the fire went out before it heated the student's skin. But this time, the fire kept burning, blistering his hands before he finally put it out. He had to be treated for the severe burns, and the teacher resigned after the incident.
Bro, that teacher should get fired. Bro, I'm suing you. I'm getting a bag off your name. My hand is done. Imagine going to school thinking, yo, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna have a good day. And the teacher's like, yo, go put some hand sanitizer on your hands. You think, oh, my hand's dirty. Okay, let me do that. Then she wants to flame your hand like she's roasting you. And then you got first-degree burns on your hand. That is wild.
If you collected all of the world's trash, could you launch it into space to get rid of it? Well, we produce over 6 million tons of trash every day, which is enough to fill almost 5 stadiums. So,
wow, that's a lot of trash.
You would need over 90,000 rockets every day, each fully loaded with waste. Every launch would cost millions and burn hundreds of tons of fuel, pumping out over 100 tons of CO2 per flight. And even then, most rockets only reach low Earth orbit, meaning a lot of it would come crashing back down and pollute the atmosphere as it burned up. Now, even if we did launch it further out, the massive amount of trash
would just come back, right?
Eventually form a giant belt around Earth. These would orbit our planet for thousands of years, blocking out the sun and polluting the skies.
So you're telling me Earth will look like a garbage version of Saturn? If the garbage does come down, I really hope it affects the people that litter. I'm a good Samaritan. I throw my litter away and I recycle. I feel like if you're a grown adult, what are you doing littering? Like, in my opinion, I feel like that's something a kid would do. And maybe that's just me getting old, because I feel like, yo, we gotta protect the Earth, bro. Like, what are we doing? I'm really trying to be an Earth Ranger.
He cut a hole in the wall of his new home and found a rag doll staring back at him, and next to it was a mysterious note. "Thanks for freeing me. My name is Emily. I didn't like the people who lived here in 1961, so I stabbed them." It ended with, "Hope you have knives. Hope you..."
Yeah, you gotta go. This can only happen to white people. And why does that doll look like Annabelle? You know, fun fact, I remember being a kid in like 2014 watching Annabelle, because I was shitting bricks. You know, me personally, I can't do horror movies. Like, you know that one person you gotta beg to watch a horror movie, and in the middle of the climax of the movie, you just look to your friend and he's like this. Puts a hoodie over his face just to see through it. I'm one of those people. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it, bro. I need that filter on my eyes, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to have a heart attack. I don't know how y'all people do it. I will be real. Over time, I did get better watching horror movies. But back then, I'm sorry, you want my heart to stop? I don't.
"Hope you sleep well." Friends warned him to sell the house immediately before he became the doll's next victim. But his neighbors said the wall was renovated just a few years ago, not in 1961 like the note said, meaning someone probably placed it there as a joke. Probably. He cut.
I don't care if it's prank or a joke, I'm out of there. I'm out of there and I don't want to be there. Goodbye. See you later. I wouldn't want to be up. Yeah, Annabelle, Conjuring, Insidious, all that bullshit. Even though now I look at certain scenes from those type of movies, I feel like, yo, this is really tacky. How was I even scared of this? Back then, I was really urinating in my pants. I needed a diaper.
If you somehow removed all of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long. But the human body has thousands of these tiny vessels that weave in and out of every body part. And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon. It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point, but it would be able to make this trip 2 to 4 times over.
Damn, I really want to be a bloodbender. Can I be like the Legend of Korra or something? Can I be like that one girl from Gen V? Please, bro. Like, yo, our blood is pretty crazy. 2 to 4 times? Bro, imagine this was Magic Johnson's blood. Yeah, say goodbye to the world. Yeah, everyone has AIDS. I don't know if animals can get AIDS from humans, but yeah, if they can, GG's. You plagued the whole earth. Goodbye. I'm sorry, Magic Johnson, for the stray. This can't be your blood.
Imagine waking up in a coffin and realizing that you were mistakenly buried alive.
Hell
now,
no.
This wouldn't happen with the medical guidelines we have today. But in
that guy's probably in the new Mr. Beast video. I'm pretty sure Mr. Beast did this.
19th century, old coffins were found with scratch marks on the inside, making this a legitimate concern. So as a solution, they started adding strings inside the coffins that traveled up to the ground and were connected to a little
That's pretty
bell.
smart.
And if you woke up underground in a coffin, you could just ring the bell, signaling that you're still alive.
That's pretty interesting to think about. How many people do you think like that supposedly died and just woke up as if it was just a nap? Like, you just wake up, you're like, oh, permanent blackness. You probably would have thought you're blind. Oh, wait, I'm alive? I probably think it was over for me. Like, yo, the person who does autopsies or people who wash the body before you die, like, how can you not know if the guy has a pulse or not? If I wake up, first of all, I'll be happy to wake up. But second of all, I'll also be irritated. How the hell can you not confirm if I was alive or not? I'm finding the person who did the autopsy on me and I'm coming back with a vengeance. Call me Batman.
I'm vengeance.
If you're trapped in the trunk of a vehicle, you
This
should
guy's doing kidnapping
immediately
too?
start searching
Kidnappings?
for the glow-in-the-dark release hatch. If you don't see the latch,
But why
don't
is there a
panic.
girl?
Trunks are not airtight, so there's no risk of running out of oxygen.
A man can't
Try
get kidnapped?
feeling around the edges of the trunk for a handle. This may allow you to release the seat back. As a last resort, kick out one of the brake lights. This small opening will allow you to signal for help. If you're trapped
Oh
in
my
the trunk,
goodness. I should definitely add a trigger warning to any woman that's watching this, because it's kind of crazy. I don't know, maybe I'm looking too deep into this, but it's actually insane how some people be actually going through this. What the heck? Kidnapping? Holy shit. But this is pretty informative. Like, yo, if I ever got kidnapped one day, I'm doing this. Hopefully I don't ever end up in a position like this.
if you're stuck in a water slide that's filling up with water, most people think they should try to climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly
Why
impossible.
would you do that?
Instead, focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head.
But realistically, who be getting stuck into water slides? Not me. You big ass. Yo, I feel like you gotta be like a supersized type of nigga. Like, you gotta be a supersize me. I know I'm not getting caught into this. Like, bro, you gotta be like some big body bends. All the water is all slippery. Like, how are you not slipping through the two? Stop with the McDonald's, Popeyes, In and Out, Chick-fil-A. You gotta be some humongous ass person. Big chungus. Okay, sorry. I'm stopping the fat shaming. I love all my big people.
Back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely.
You know
Once
damn
the pressure
well.
equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float
This will
to
only
safety.
happen to big people. I remember almost drowning once at a water slide before. Probably top 5 most horrifying things in my life. I almost died, literally. I was a kid and I couldn't swim and they didn't give me no life jacket before, right? So I'm at the top of the water park and I'm like, okay, cool. This water looks cool. The slide looks amazing. I'm about to go slip and slide in, like into your girl's DMs. They're gonna go in there. And I remember this one white guy be like, hey, buddy, are you ready? I think I was under 10. I'm like, no, I'm by myself. How the hell am I supposed to know you're supposed to be there with multiple people? I don't know or give a damn. And now I think about it, the staff that let me go on that water slide is insane. He should get fired. This slide was so insane. I don't think anyone under the age of 12 should be on it. I went on a slide, right? Going down, having a good time. Everything happened so quick. I just remember flipping. Then head first, I literally hit the water. As I'm trying to stand up, I realized the water is not shallow. I'm done. I'm trying to swim like this. I don't know how to swim, so I started dying. I'll never forget, I'm fighting for my life. I open my eyes to the water. I see my dad. He's literally drinking a booster juice, thinking I'm all right. I'm looking at my own pops. I'm like, yo, save me. I'm dying here. If I'm lying, I'm dying. The guy's smiling. He's like, good job, good job. What the hell do you mean, good job? I'm like, So after what felt to be like forever, my dad finally realized that I was actually drowning and got the guy and he helped me, pulled me out like this, saved me. I actually became sick because I swallowed so much chlorine from actually freaking out. Ever since that day, I never went to a water park in my life.
They opened the pallet of ammunition only to find it was full of
Tootsie Rolls.
You see,
Jinx,
Tootsie
you owe
Roll
me a
was code name
soda.
for mortar rounds, which the Marines desperately needed. But the radio operator who received the order didn't know that and sent the actual candy instead.
Oh,
At
you
first,
bird
the Marines
brain.
were angry, but the sub-freezing
numbnuts.
temperatures had frozen all their food, and the
Oh.
candies ended up sustaining them over the next few days. They even used
That is
them to
definitely
plug
not healthy.
bullet holes by warming them up and letting them freeze in place. And eventually, the real mortar rounds did arrive.
What the hell is this? Tootsie Roll? You know, Tootsie Roll is not even a top 50 candy, right? In my opinion, if you like Tootsie Rolls, your tongue is so bland, you probably brush your teeth with mayo or eat Vaseline. Get out of here. Like, you get out of here. If you're in a war, I'll take any type of candy. And honestly, that's probably a good way of going out. Because before I die, I would like to eat some chocolate before I go out. This might be the last chocolate I ever had in my life. I know for a fact that Tootsie Roll is probably the best thing they'll ever eat in their life at that time. It's kind of like when you're hungry, anything tastes good, but even better. Cause I know if I'm about to die, I know that Tootsie Roll is hitting the G-spot on my tongue. That shit probably gonna be hitting. That shit busting. But yo, shout out all my veterans. I know it's past Veterans Day. I should be wearing a poppy right now. Like,
If you swallowed a watermelon seed, some people think that it could potentially sprout in your stomach,
watermelon seed?
meaning you'd literally be growing a watermelon inside of you.
first of all, why does it gotta be a watermelon? Doesn't even look like I eat watermelon. Don't answer that. Hey, don't answer that. Why are you smiling? Why is you smiling? Matter of fact, I never ate watermelon in my life. First of all, if that was the case, I'll have watermelons go around my ears. Matter of fact, I would have turned into a watermelon. What is you talking about? You know how many times I eat apple seeds? I even ate an orange seed before. That's why I like tangerines better, because tangerines got no seeds. Damn, I think all of us would have turned into fruits by now. Wow, Adam, what's your favorite fruit? I think for me, it'll be apples, tangerines. And if anyone's choosing tomatoes, please, yo, leave my channel right now. Leave my channel right now.
Now, this is obviously not true.
Yeah,
Your
of course.
stomach acid
Of
would
course.
dissolve the seed
Yeah.
before it had time to grow. But there was a case of a man who swallowed a pea that ended up going
pea?
down the wrong way. And
Talk
months
about a
later, after
pea
being rushed
of
to
a
the
vegetable.
hospital because of breathing problems, a doctor discovered that the pea had been ingested in the man's lung. And because lungs are warm and moist, the pea was able to split open and sprout into a plant.
You must got some healthy ass lungs. Because I know a lot of y'all watching this video, I know your blood type is nicotine. I know your lungs look like my hoodie. Please get off the neck. I don't want your lungs to die. Bro, you know what? Go do what you want. I can't save you. I don't got no cape. It's not my job. I wonder how many people watching this video right now are vaping. Actually, leave a comment saying I'm vaping right now.
The army ant is placed on the wound and positioned so its jaws clamp tightly on the edges, securing them
What?
together. Then the ant's body is twisted off,
I
leaving its
hate
head
bugs.
and mandibles in place, which acts as a stitch.
I can't do
More
that.
are added depending on the size of the wound. And these ant stitches are left in the skin until the edges of the wound stay closed on their own.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, I hate bugs to a different degree with a burning passion in my heart. What in the Flintstone? What the hell am I watching? Go to a doctor. Why would I ever need a bug to stitch me up? You're living in the year one. Just one single year. The first year. Why would you put a bug on you to stitch yourself when you could just go to the hospital, doctor, anything, walk-in clinic, and something? You think I'm getting a bug? Oh no, call me Tupac because I'm looking like the biggest thug with a scar. Call me Lion King because I'm Scar. Yeah, we're not doing that. That shit's dead. Crop out of the picture.
She collapsed on the train tracks, and the train was coming fast, but her dog didn't run. Instead, it bit
he's
her
a
shirt
goat.
and pulled. Foot by foot, the dog dragged her toward
Nah,
the
dog,
edge,
the real one.
and
What
just
the dog
as the train
doing?
was roaring past, she was out of the way. But the dog wasn't. It was hit by a wheel, slicing through its leg. The train screeched to a halt, and the conductor found the woman unconscious but unharmed, with the bloody dog laying beside her.
Oh, if you're a dog owner, I feel so bad for you right now. I'm more of a cat guy, so this don't hurt me too much, but this kind of does hurt me at the same time because I don't like to see this. You was a bad owner. Maybe it was a hot day, you had a heat stroke, okay, whatever. Why is you and your dog in the middle of the train tracks? You are a bad owner. It's actually fascinating how people be like putting themselves in this type of situations. It's like, yo, how do you find yourself in this position? I know plenty of people with dogs. They go out, they probably walk around the block with the dog, probably does the usual, maybe go to the park. You and your dog's on train tracks? This is so sad. And now your dog's bleeding out.
She was rushed to a vet and survived.
Oh.
And now lives with 3 legs.
At least it's a happy ending. Well, even though your dog is crippled, at least the dog's happy and alive. But you was a shit owner. Matter of fact, I'll take that dog away from you. You don't deserve that dog.
They pulled out the patient's brain and dropped it in a bucket, along with nearly 10,000 others. All
That's a
done
lot
in
of brain.
secret without permission, creating the largest brain collection in the world. Decades later, a journalist started asking questions about her aunt. Her files showed almost nothing, just that she was taken at 14 and locked away in a mental institution. The trail went cold until the journalist learned about the hidden brains. Digging deeper, she uncovered a secret file, and under her aunt's name, just one note, 738. When she was finally led into the basement, they pointed to a single bucket, and inside was her aunt's brain.
Bro, this is getting weird now. I like the beginning, how it was like more like informative, infotainment. This is just, what in the murder mystery Sherlock Holmes is this? Like, this is getting deep. Taken at 14, put in a mental asylum? Oh. And you took her brain. They definitely got the right people working these type of jobs. Cause like, I don't know if I could ever be like a doctor or like a nurse. I got a weak stomach. I don't do good with blood. All that type of bodily fluids and stuff. Yeah, that is not for me. I just can't do it, me personally. But imagine working one of these type of jobs. You're working on a girl, her name's Monica, right? And she just like, her job is to give you brain. Bro, I mean brain. Like, she gives you like 100 brains per day. Like, come on. And your supervisor comes in and be like, how many brains did she give you? I don't know, I lost track. There's a lot of brain. Bro, like, what, bro, you know I'm grown. What am I doing? I gotta hurry up and get through this.
He held the man with tears in his eyes. The wounds were too bad.
He
was going
died?
to die.
Who
He
killed
heard a
him?
noise. He wasn't alone. Someone was trying to get in. He ran,
Oh,
bursting through the front
hell
door
no.
and sprinting into the woods. Footsteps pounded behind him. The man was
Bro,
chasing
what in
him.
the movie?
He ran
This is
harder,
cinematography.
seeing a road ahead. A police car rolled by and his heart leapt with relief until the officer drew his gun. The other man
What in the reverse racism is this? You mean to tell me the cop is black and the guy running away is white? Yes! Now you know how we feel. We showing y'all the medicine y'all be giving us. This is what I'm talking about, Zach. I thought we gonna save you. What do you thought this was? I'm sorry, white people, but it's about damn time y'all start paying your reparations.
and finally emerged. A second cop? Confused, his eyes fell to his wrist. A plastic bracelet that read St. Mary's Psychiatric Hospital.
Damn! That took a turn and a half. What in the Shutter Island is this? This is getting nuts. Plot on this was kind of insane. For sure, I wonder who comes up with this. Like, does it have any writers, or all this is actually like really true?
If your arms turned into wings, could you actually fly? Well, they would need to be at least
I always wanted to
20
fly.
feet wide to carry you. And you would need chest
That's a lot.
muscles twice the size of a bodybuilder's just to lift them. To make these muscles more stable, you would need one giant bone in your chest, but you'd be too heavy to lift off by flapping, so instead you would have to jump off a cliff and glide. And since your lungs aren't designed for flight, you would pass out mid-air, meaning you would need an oxygen tank to stay conscious as you flew.
I don't like how you got so technical and logical with all this. I feel like everyone wanted to fly at one point in life. Maybe fly, super speed, strength, whatever it is. And for the people who want to be invisible, yeah, you a freak. If you know, you know. You ain't slick. Like, why you want to be invisible for? You freak. You ain't slick. But listen, everyone wanted to fly before. Like, yeah, that shit cool as hell. But I don't like how you got so technical. And the wings gotta be 20 foot long, but your chest gotta be bigger than Bradley Martin. Then you need a thick bone right here, and then you're gonna get past. So you need an oxygen. Bro, what is all this? You're killing my inner kid.
The branch caught on his ankle monitor, dragging both his legs into the machine. And even though his co-workers were nearby, their ear protection blocked out his screams. He fought for his life until someone finally noticed and pulled him out. But his legs had already been cut off. His co-workers tied ropes around his stumps to stop the bleeding. His heart stopped on the way to the hospital, and he needed 15 pints of blood. But somehow he survived and still lives an active life without his legs.
If I was that guy, I'll get my whole life savings, right? And I'll go on the dark web and I'm buying like 2-3 hitmans and I'm getting those coworkers knocked off the map. What do you mean I lost my leg because you guys weren't paying attention? I guess the argument could be made for the guy who lost his legs, because at the same time, how do you let a hook get caught on your ankles and you didn't even know? 6, 7? Nah, my fault. Anyways, you know, it's all their fault. It's everyone's fault. But if I was the guy with no legs, I think I would be so mad at the world. I'll probably still go buy some hitmans and still get those guys knocked off. Someone gotta feel my type of pain. How do you wake up and go pee? Bro, you gotta crawl to pee? You gotta crawl everywhere. That's a shitty life.
They painted giant eyes on the cow's butt and let it graze in the field. You see, cows are usually attacked by lions who surprise them to catch
He's trying to eat that cow's ass.
But the painted eyes
trying to eat that
make the
nigga
cow's
ass.
butt look like a staring face. This tricks the lions into
Oh,
thinking
200
that
IQ?
they're spotted. And when scientists tested this out, all of the painted cows were safe, while the unpainted ones were repeatedly attacked.
Oh, yeah, they got their ass took.
They paint-
That ass is scaring a lion, so the lion don't want to eat that ass. But my question is, well, what if it's raining? What if you did that for 30, 40 different cows and it was raining after that? Yeah, say goodbye to them cows. It was nice knowing you. Say goodbye. GG's. Well played. You know the vegan teacher's gonna be on your ass. All right, I think that was the last one though. All right, guys, that was me watching Zack D films for the first time. Yeah, a lot of these were pretty interesting to say the least. At the end of the day, I was still entertained by a lot of them. Some were infotainment, some was some movie plot twists. I don't know, these were kind of crazy. Let me know if you want to see these more. I might just keep pumping them out. If y'all missed a video, please show some love to the kid. You know, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it going. Follow socials, follow the lives, and if you mess with me, shout out love.